Well, in a moment, we'll speak to our correspondent Steve Mort, who's in Orlando, Florida. But first, let's get to TRT World's Iolo Dafydd, who's following the election from New York. Hi, Iolo. Yeah, Clinton had just over a week ago a lead in the polls that was actually outside the margin of error. And now she's back to neck and neck with Trump. Is that all down to this latest email investigation? And can Trump's tax affair revelation maybe reverse that?
Definitely, the opinion polls have narrowed. However, many people are still skeptical about these opinion polls. How wide is the sample, or indeed, how many people are actually responding to them? But to go to the email allegations, with that erupted again on Friday, when you have the Clinton campaign 1 week to go before the election saying, look, this is blatant double standards in terms of James Comey and the FBI, then obviously it increases the pressure. We've had the Department of Homeland Security saying that they are confident that the Russians are behind the leak of emails. And then President Barack Obama's spokesman is saying he has confidence in James Comey. So things are definitely hotting up. And of course, Donald Trump, notwithstanding these allegations about tax, Donald Trump is trying to make political capital of this and trying to get Americans to reflect on two very important things. Will this email scandal overshadow Hillary Clinton's presidency if she wins the race in a week's time? And does that mean that it raises questions about her temperament as a potential leader?
So, Iolo, what are you hearing from voters you've spoken to about both scandals in this case? Are they genuinely concerned?
I think it depends which state you're in. There is a difference between some of the states, especially the swing states, where people are very politically motivated. Here in New York, there is a certain degree of apathy. There is a certain degree of people being fed up and not sure who to believe. And this is what we've come across, really, in several states, but definitely in New York. When you talk to people, this presidential campaign has overshadowed everything, including the race for members for the Senate and the Congress.
All right, here we go.
This city features heavily in Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump's careers. She represented the state as a senator for 8 years. Trump's business empire is also based here, and both could be in New York on election night.
I'm going to fix it.
It's been a bruising 18-month campaign focusing on personalities and character, the continuing concerns over Clinton's emails and the allegations about Trump's attitude towards women. There are reports that at least a dozen women have accused him of sexual advances after a video which was recorded in 2005 shows Trump using inappropriate language.
I'm automatically attracted to beautiful. I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet.
Trump apologized for what he called his locker room talk, but accused the women of lying.
Every woman lied when they came forward to hurt my campaign. All of these liars will be sued after the election is over.
Before the Federal Bureau of Investigation reopened its case into Clinton and her aides being careless with their emails, the 3 TV presidential debates were often bad-tempered and personal.
From everything I see, has no respect for this person.
Well, that's because he'd rather have a puppet as president of the United States.
No puppet.
And it's pretty clear.
You're the puppet.
It's pretty clear you won't.
The FBI's decision on Friday to look again at Clinton's email account when she was Secretary of State has been questioned.
Voting is already underway in our country. So the American people deserve to get the full and complete facts immediately.
Lots of Americans say they haven't seen a presidential election quite like this one. There have been so many incendiary comments on immigration, on building a wall to keep rapists and criminals out, accusations about temperament and dubious behavior over emails and the security of the United States.
Of course, these are also in...
In Manhattan, a theatre group are staging an old Bertolt Brecht play from 1941, a performance about a demagogue coming to power. It's staged before the election as a parable for modern America.
There are lines that jump out both for individuals on the left and on the right who feel that there is a distrust in politics, that there is a hatred in politics.
The question most Americans want answered is who would be the best leader.
We need a woman up there, you know what I mean? And then later on we could do something else, but let's get a woman up there first.
It's a show. It's all a scam. I hate the process. It's really a shame.
So the system needs to be changed. In that
Yes.
respect, Trump is right.
I think that Trump is not the only one who feels that the system needs to be changed.
What qualifies Donald Trump to be president? Because he has a lot of money. Look how he behaves on TV. Look how he treats women. What reason is Hillary the president candidate? Because her husband was president and he was great? What really is the reason why we should pick her? She has not shown us any real reason to pick her, and neither has Donald Trump.
Accusations and counter-accusations by politicians is likely to influence some in this election, with just a week of campaigning left.